Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I am bringing back the Get Ready With Me videos. After thinking about it long and hard, I decided at least once a month or twice a month, I would like to do a Get Ready With Me video where I just do my makeup like long form, because I do upload a lot of makeup shorts and I have been getting a lot of subscribers from the shorts. So I don't know if maybe mixing more makeup into my channel will be a good idea, but I'm super passionate about makeup and I absolutely love it. So I don't just want to do short form, I also want to do long form Get Ready With Me's where you can see the steps a little bit more detailed, and I'm going to be explaining as I go with a voiceover the products that I'm using, any tips that I might have, and little reviews of each product so that you know how I'm liking the product. Even though today's makeup was using my 2023 beauty favorites, so every single product I used was just hassle-free, everything blended perfectly, no complaints. So I am going to be doing a separate video sharing my 2023 favorite makeup products that I discovered throughout the year. And with that said, if you are interested in how I achieved this very sparkly green eyeshadow look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's start off with the brows. I'm going to be using the NYX Cosmetics Thick It Stick It Brow Gel. This is my favorite brow gel and I did talk about it on my favorite makeup for 2023 video. It just holds them in place and gives it a nice little tint to them. And I'm going to clean out the shape that I want using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And this is the best technique for me because the tail of my brows does not have hair. So I love to do this because I can see where I need to draw those hairs. It's kind of like a stencil for me to get the shape that I want for my brows. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I just use the little brushes that used to come in the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. I just use those to clean out my brows. I just blend it all out. And then next I'm going to take the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen, and this is what I'm going to use to draw those hairs, and as you can see it literally looks like hair. So it really fills them in nicely, and this allows me to get a softer brow. I'm only filling in where I need it, and I already know that the shape is going to be perfect because I kind of created that shape with the concealer. So this is the best technique I found works for me. So now I'm using the lighter pen just to fill in the front hairs, and then for the last step I like to take the Refi Brow Tint Eyebrow Gel, and you guys will see how this adds even more definition to the brows and just makes it look like you have super nice brows that don't look too harsh. So this is the best product to finish off the brows. Now that we're done with the brows, I always go in with the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads. This just preps the skin for makeup. It exfoliates the skin, but it's very gentle. I have sensitive skin, especially now in winter. I have way more breakouts, as you can see in my chin area, my forehead area. So these pads just help to really brighten up the skin, get the skin ready for makeup, and it just works wonders on my skin. So now I'm going to go in with the Honest Beauty Hydro Gel Cream, my favorite moisturizer. Ever since I started using this, it's very hard to find anything that can top this. You will see how the skin just looks super duper hydrated, moisturized, dewy, and it's not greasy or oily at all. So even if it might look like it, it's more of like a water feeling on the skin, and I recommend it so much if you have dry skin. As you can see, my skin is going to drink all of that up, so that's why I apply all this and then do my eyes, so I give it a chance for it to all sink into the skin. So now I'm also using the Honest Eye Balm, and then I'm going to prep my eyes with the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Concealer. This concealer covers everything, gives you a very nice base for your eyeshadow, and it holds them in place all day. It's not for eyeshadow, but I've been using it for eyeshadows this entire year. For the eye makeup, I'm going to be using Juvia's Place Culture 2 eyeshadow palette. I wanted to do a green look, and the greens in this palette are beautiful. And I'm going to be using a fluffy crease brush to work that first green into the eye. I am doing wiper motions as well as circular motions, and I'm blending this all over, kind of like the brow bone area in the crease. And I'm trying to keep this very light, so I'm not putting too much pigment because I don't want it to come up way too high. This is just kind of like a gradient effect that will soften up the rest of the colors later on. So next up, I'm going to take like an olive green color with a smaller crease brush, and I'm going to be focusing this shade in the outer corner, kind of creating a V shape and blending it into the first color that I applied. It's all about blending, so at first the looks always look kind of messy. You have to just trust the process and keep on blending. So I keep adding and slowly blending. I'm keeping this color pretty low. I'm not bringing it too high up, and I'm blending it into the crease area. Now with my fluffy brush, I'm going to join those two colors together, but being careful not to over blend either. And I'm going to take my flat eyeshadow brush and pack a shimmery glittery green, which was just my favorite color of the look. Really nice color. And I'm going to blend this on the lid and bring it into that outer corner color as well. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of whatever colors I need. So I might go back and add a little bit of the darker colors. And then once I feel like I am done with my look, I'm going to be cleaning it up with some makeup wipes. I am going to also add false lashes to this look just to help with balancing out the eyes so that it doesn't look like too much color and no lashes. So I am using the Ardell 858 lashes, and I do put a little bit of glue on the inner corner and outer corner of my lid as well as the lashes, and this helps for them to stick and stay on all day long. Now we are done with the eyes. We're going to move on to the face. I'm going to prep my skin using the Glow Recipe Watermelon Niacinamide Dew Drops, and this on top of that Honest Moisturizer. That's all that I need to prep my skin. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Cosmetics Always On Foundation, my favorite foundation of 2023. The shade match is perfect. The coverage is perfect. It blends out so easily. The finish is like a semi-matte finish, but it never looks too cakey or dry. I cannot recommend this foundation enough, and I really love it. That's with the foundation and that's without, and it just gives you this skin-like finish without looking too much. But it has great coverage as well. Next, for concealer, I'm using the Tower 28 Hydrating Serum Concealer, my favorite concealer for 2023 as well. I was really feeling the music. This concealer is perfection. It is not too dry, it doesn't crease on me, it doesn't look cakey underneath my eyes. It blends out beautifully, gives me just the right amount of coverage while still making the skin look healthy. It's not too dewy or anything, and you can set it with powder and it just looks amazing. So I definitely recommend this concealer. Next up, I'm going to be using the Give Beauty Pick It Up Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. One of my favorite products as well for 2023 when it comes to contouring. The cream blends out so easily, and the bronzer is very pigmented but easy to work with as well. And I love the undertone of it. I love that it's not too orange. It has a little bit of like a reddish undertone to it, but I feel like that looks a little more natural on my skin tone. So I'm just blending that out. I'm also going to be contouring my nose with this as well using a flat concealer brush. Next up, I'm going to be using the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. I believe this is the shade Joy. It's like a peachy color. I really love these blushes. You only need a tiny bit. If you put too much, you're going to be blending forever. And as you can see, it just blends out so seamless. So I just got to give it a few taps. And at first, it might seem like it's not going to blend, but just keep working with it and you will see you can't really tell where it starts and where it stops. It's just a beautiful blush color and I love them. I have a lot of shades. Now I'm going to be adding the Essence Beauty Stay and Play Gel Liner, another great product that I recommend. It's affordable. You don't have to tug at your eyes or anything. It just glides on perfectly. To set my makeup, I'm going to be using the Triple Fix Setting Powder from LYS Beauty. If you have dry skin, this is the perfect powder for you. It sets your makeup, makes you look like you have no freaking pores, and it doesn't dry out your skin. So one of my favorite powders to use. Can't get enough of this powder. And I am just tapping it on with a little makeup puff, and I feel like this is the best way to set my makeup. Now I'm going to be adding the bronzer from the Gift Beauty Duo, and I love the bronzer as well. Next up, I'm going to be adding my powder blush. I'm using the Valentino Eye to Cheek eyeshadow and blush in the shade number 8. It's a beautiful kind of peachy coral shade. Goes perfectly with that Joy shade from Rare Beauty. They are like match made in heaven. And I love to use kind of peachy blushes with green eye looks so that it just goes together a little better, in my opinion. And now I'm going to be setting with the Givenchy Prism Libre Loose setting powder. I am using this with a brush and just putting it underneath the eyes, and also to clean up the bronzer and contour and make everything blend together seamlessly. And I'm gonna take a brush and just dust off any excess. Now I am taking the same shades that I used on my eyes and using a pencil brush to line the lower lash line with those colors, and this just ties in the look and finishes off the eyes. So this step I just never skip. Next, for highlight, I'm using the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, one of my favorite highlights. Affordable and super natural on the skin. It gives you a glow, but it's not chunky glitter. It does not accentuate texture and just gives the perfect amount of glow. So I recommend this highlighter so much. You can find it at Ulta and other drugstores as well. And to set everything, I'm going to be using the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Setting Mist. This is a mist that I recommend for normal to dry skin, not necessarily oily skin, because it does give you a very heavy, dewy glow. And for the lower lashes, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara, my favorite. And now I'm going to take what was left on my powder puff to set my lips so that there is no lip balm or anything left over. And I'm going to be using the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil in the shade Travis. And when I powder my lips, it just helps me line my lips better. If I have anything slippery on my lips, like a gloss or a balm, I don't get the definition that I want from the lip liner. So that's why I have been doing that a lot lately. And I also kind of fill in the corners just to make them look fuller. For my lips, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink Lipstick in the shade Captivated, I believe. I'm going to be leaving all of the details in the description box, but this is my favorite nude lipstick at the moment. Affordable as well, that's always a win, and they last so long on the lips. I am topping it off with Pat McGrath Lust Lip Gloss in the shade Love Potion. Beautiful gloss shade. And that is it for today's look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of the love and the support, and with that said, I will see you guys in the next video.